Well, hello everybody. Welcome to week 4 here in Introduction to Criminal Justice. This week we've got just a couple things going on, but one of them is very important because it's our first exam. So, first thing you need to do this week is to complete the work on Chapter 4, which is on criminal justice and the rule of law. So, start working on that exam review, read the chapter in the book, watch the video, and then take the all-important quiz that you need to make at least a 70 on. But remember, the test is coming up this week, and some of those quiz questions are going to be on the exam, so take it again until you get a 100. It will help you on the exam. Also, you need to complete the follow-up post to discussion number 3. But while you're at it, you probably want to complete at least part of the follow-up post to discussion 4, as many students post as you can look at, because that will help you with the exam. One thing I'd like you to do is look back at your scores for discussions 1 and 2, and if you didn't get 100% on them, read the rubric to see what you did wrong, because I've had a few students who were posting responses to non-blank answers. You can't compare something to something that's not there. So you need both their answer and your answer have to have something in the answer in order to make that comparison. So make sure that you're not going after blank answers. Several got it, lost points because they didn't do any follow-up posts or did just 1 or 2. But, I think they'll probably figure out what they did wrong fairly easily. And then I had a couple students who submitted just what they thought was the most important thing and didn't do the exam review. Those got deleted. You've got to do both at the same time. The most important part is that exam review. That's 60% of the discussion. And the instructions explicitly say you have to submit them both at the same time. Submitting the most important part allows you to read other people's answers and allows you to cheat, and you can't do that. So if you do it again, you're out of the class, so you're going to fail the class. You can't do that. If you're not sure about what you're supposed to do, watch the video on from week 2 on the discussion boards. Go ahead and hopefully you'll see that. Hopefully you realize that your discussion disappeared, and you'll respond to the emails that I sent. And then the last thing we've got is the exam. As I mentioned, some of these quizzes are going to be in there, so study those. Study your books. Study your key terms. You can use your notes and you can use your textbook, but nothing else. Your notes can include things that you've added to your notes from the discussion boards. So if someone else answers different, add it to yours. Don't delete yours unless you know your answer's wrong, because you don't know which one's going to be the term, or what part of that term is going to be on the exam. Also, you've got 4 different exam reviews. Put them into a single document. It'll make a whole lot easier for you when you're trying to find answers in the exam reviews. Instead of looking at 4 separate documents for something, you've got one, and you can do a Control F type search. If you've got a digital copy of the book, open it before you start the exam. And then be sure to open up your exam review before you start the exam. You don't want to use any of your 50 minutes to try to find where you have the exam review and so forth. You have 50 questions, you have 50 minutes. That's plenty of time. The average time to take the exam is under 30 minutes. People that do not complete them on time are the people who start looking up answers at the beginning. They'll spend 2 or 3 minutes on on 4 or 5 questions up at the beginning, and then they start running out of time. Complete the entire exam. Give every question your best guess as to what the answer is. And if you're not sure, on a piece of paper, write down the numbers. When you complete the exam, go back and look at that list and check those answers against the book and against your notes. But wait till you've completed the exam. That way some people do that. They get the first 5 and they spent 4 or 5 minutes on each. They now run out of time, but they got those first 4 or 5 right, so they've got 10 points, but they didn't finish the last 4 or 5 questions on the end, so they lost it in the back end, and then they didn't get to go after the bonus question, which was worth 5 points. So just kind of go there. Speaking of the bonus question, if the bonus question, if you misspell something or something that source, it's not going to automatically give you credit. I don't count off for spelling. I go back and I'll look at all of the bonus questions and kind of regrade them, and we'll give you credit if it's some kind of the way you spelled the word was wrong. And just remember, those bonus questions are found in one of the videos. So you should have found it by now, unless you hadn't watched video 4. It might be in there. I don't remember where that is for this course or for this exam. So good luck. And with that said, that's all I've got for you today. Good luck on the exam, and I will talk to you again next week.